Hi, everyone. We're back with another episode of Who Said What with me. I'm Heba.
And I'm Nira.
So, by popular demand, I must say that we've gotten a lot of feedback and a lot of questions about Nira's Valentine's Day. So we're dedicating this episode to her and basically finding out what happened. I mean, I've been living in suspense for the past 2 to 3 weeks. Has it been 2 to 3?
She won't let me talk about it ever, so...
I really want to know what happened, and I said I want the element of surprise, so I'm doing it on this podcast. So, Nira, I want to know...
Well, actually, no, wait. Before we talk, you asked me the question. I'm curious. Did Hazem end up getting you anything for Valentine's Day? Because you were saying how he doesn't do anything, but then you corrected yourself.
Yes, I apologized because I said that he never gets me anything. But he actually reminded me that he gets me a bouquet of flowers on every Valentine's Day. And he actually did get me one, but I have to say it was not a nice one.
So mean, Heba.
I told him even the next day, I was like, I thought this was somebody else that got me this bouquet.
Yeah, but he also said he always gets you the flowers the day before Valentine's Day because the flowers are still good. He got you those the day of when they were running out.
Yeah.
And they
so
were
I told him
selection.
So I told him, we've been married for 12 years, so honesty is good here. I told him for future reference, get me the day after or the day after that because they're much nicer. This was like one lily and these other flowers that are okay. I like them, but they were just, I don't know, it was not his usual. So I was kind of like literally when the guy...
But he still got you flowers. He still got you flowers.
Gave me those flowers. I said, I'm sure this not Hazem because that's not like him. Anyways, but I got flowers. Okay.
Exactly.
So now back to you, Nira.
Was I single on this Valentine's Day or was I still in a relationship?
Exactly.
Big question. Big reveal?
Yes.
I was still in a relationship this time, this Valentine's. This is my first Valentine's Day where I was in a relationship. But it didn't feel like it didn't...
Wait,
it is the first.
It's the first ever that you've been in a relationship on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Interesting.
But having said that, I didn't feel like I was in a relationship.
How come? Okay, wait. Did he go? What did you guys do for Valentine's Day? Was it like a surprise?
Nothing. And
Wait. Back up, girl. Are you saying that you were in a relationship but you didn't do anything on Valentine's Day?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't think I got a phone call, actually.
WTF? Like, what the fuck? So what did you do?
Nothing. I slept. I went to bed.
And he didn't call you on Valentine's Day?
No, I don't think so. I don't even think I got a message on Valentine's Day. Should I look it up?
So what makes you think that you were in a relationship on Valentine's Day?
Because it ended a couple of days later. That's what I know.
Okay, so what happened?
It officially ended like a couple of days or maybe a week later. I can't remember.
Okay, so you're no longer in a relationship with
no longer in
which I kind of figured.
Well, actually, you and Mom were thinking I was not in a relationship the whole time I was in a relationship. My mom was like, "You guys are still going out?" Oh, I thought it ended. So
yeah, because to be honest, it started off pretty well. Like it started off. This is the thing, okay? It started off basically. He met me pretty early on.
No, it started off. We were together almost every day, and then I like my space. Like as a single person that's been single a lot most of my life, I like my space, but I also like sharing. This was like too much space. So much that I thought I was not in a relationship.
Wait.
Yes, Heba.
When you first started off, it was you were seeing him, like you said, every day. Okay. How long because he met even Mom. Yeah. How long did that last for?
I don't know because halfway through, I think they have a family farm. So he would go for like 3-4 days to the farm, and
you wouldn't speak to him or see him.
Oh, radio silence while he's there.
Okay.
Radio silence. Like not even a message or anything like that, which is fine. I was told that it's normal when people get into have farms and stuff like that. When they go to the farm that they're very busy and all of that stuff.
Well, what you mean? I was told that when you go to the farm,
No,
who's going to these farms?
No, somebody else was telling me that he knew a friend of his that has a farm as well, and then when he goes for 3-4 days,
Cut off.
he cuts off.
Oh, so you mean basically in terms of like it's very far, so there's no network, so it's from not.
No. It has nothing to do with. Egypt is full network coverage. Okay.
Okay.
They're so busy and in what they're doing that they don't really have time. I don't know.
What are they doing on this farm?
He's there.
Is he working the land?
Yeah, basically, like north and south.
So like okay, like Patrick Swayze in the north and south. So yeah, we forgot that one miniseries. Okay.
That's a miniseries. So that was basically it. And then he was. Wait, the 14th?
So during Valentine's Day, he was on the farm.
February the 14th was a Tuesday, right? I wasn't sure if he was back or not. That's first of all.
Wait, so he was on the farm.
I was
according to him.
Well, no. There's no according to him. I wasn't sure because he usually comes back and messages me the following morning or something like that. I wasn't sure if he was back. I found out the next day that he had gotten back.
Oh, so he was already
back. He was back on Valentine's Day, but I didn't find out till the next day.
Ooh, how did that make you feel?
Not fine.
No, really.
No, okay, him not messaging me or calling me on Valentine's Day, that's whatever, kind of a thing. What I didn't like was that I had to find out from other people that he was back, not him. That I thought was... So for a friend of mine to tell me, oh, I saw your boyfriend the other day. I saw him yesterday with, friends and stuff like that. So it was kind of like, okay, drop me a line, common courtesy, just let me know that you're here. We don't have to see each other, but I don't know why it irritated me that I found out from my friends that he was back.
Well, I think it's normal, given the fact that Valentine's Day is a special day. You guys had been going out for what? A couple weeks, 3 weeks, maybe more? How long have you guys been going out for?
Valentine's Day, we had been together for almost 2 months.
Oh my God. Was it that long?
We started dating right after my birthday in December.
Okay. So Valentine's Day rolls around and for some reason he is kind of MIA.
Not kind of. He is MIA.
Okay. So how did that make you feel? No, genuinely, how did it make you feel? Don't tell me it's okay, I wanted my space. Would you have been happy if he had gotten you flowers and taken you out for dinner?
I would have been happy if he had called me. Actually, I don't know if I expected... flowers. I don't usually expect flowers. So that was not... It's weird because I don't care about Valentine's Day and it's a day like any other day for me. But for some odd reason, I expected something and I was pissed at myself for expecting anything. Because why would I expect something if I don't believe in that day to begin with? But maybe it was because it was the first time I'm in a relationship on that day. So I was confused about how I should be feeling about that day. Actually, I was very confused because it would have been nice. But then when I thought about it and I didn't get a message, and I get a phone call, I'm like, Nira, and when you try to like psych yourself, you're like, Nira, but you don't really believe in Valentine's Day anyway, so it's okay. I think I kind of, and I was irritated that I had expectations that were let down. Okay. I wish I hadn't had expectations, and I wish it was just strange for me because it went against the fact that I don't care about Valentine's Day to all of a sudden I was just like, So I was slightly irritated with my reaction.
Okay. 2 things on that. Don't you think you being annoyed with it maybe is...
Is what?
No, I lost my train of thought. Okay. When you're not in a relationship.
Yes.
Not believing in Valentine's Day because you said this is the first time you've been in a relationship on Valentine's Day. So don't you think that that's probably a defense mechanism to not believe in Valentine's Day?
Because I've never been in a relationship?
Because you're not in a relationship most of the time. So when you see a lot of people around you, not everybody celebrates Valentine's Day that's in a relationship.
By the
but
way, people celebrating around me has no effect on me whatsoever.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
I'm just saying, if you're I think it's normal, Nira. I think it's a normal thing. If you're around you have all of your friends in relationships or married, and on Valentine's Day, they all like do something.
Yeah.
Even if it's not something major hoopla, but it's something.
Yeah.
You feel like, oh, it'd be nice to be in that. But you don't have you're not never in a relationship, so you say that you don't believe in Valentine's Day. But then when you're in a relationship, I don't agree with you that you shouldn't have expectations. That is actually the one thing that you said that I think is crazy, because you should have expectations in any relationship. Forget Valentine's Day. And I think that's where, maybe because you haven't been in many relationships, so you don't like to have expectations so you don't get let down, which I think is normal for a lot of people.
Okay, I just remembered something actually, because his mother was sick on Valentine's Day. She went to the hospital, in all honesty. So he was busy with that. So she got...
My coincidence. No, I understand. But
you're right. You should have expectations when you're in a relationship. For me, it's one of those things where if I had to have expectations means, no, it's not okay for him not to call me for 4 days while he's on the farm or even message me. To me, but then am I supposed to be okay with that or not okay with that? So I was actually really confused in that relationship towards the end. It was, do I ask him to call more often? Do I want him to call more often? Do I not? Was I okay leaving it as is because I felt that it was fizzling out anyway, or he wasn't that into the relationship? Maybe he thought I wasn't that into the relationship either because I wasn't messaging him at all either. We were feeding off. I don't know if we were feeding off of each other in that way where I thought it didn't make sense. Where does he think, because we never talked about it, does he think I'm being too distant? I know he's being distant, but I'm not approaching him about it because I'm not sure. I'm not confronting him about the fact that he's not being attentive enough, but maybe I don't want to tell him.
Did you have a conversation with him at all during that time?
No, we didn't.
So what was your relationship based on then the whole time?
We would talk about a lot of stuff, actually.
You'd see each other often, I remember.
Yeah, we talked about a lot of things, his work, my work.
So was there a connection?
Yes. I was really confused because when I've dated guys in the past, they're like, this was the complete opposite. They're super into me. Like every minute of the day they want to spend with me. They call me every second. They message me in the morning. They message me at night when I wake up. They message me at night before I go to sleep. And being the fact that you've been in a relationship most of your life, the complete opposite of me, sometimes when you haven't been in a relationship and you are in a relationship, you're not sure how to react and how to ask for what you want. Because part of you is worried that you're going to alienate them,
or it might end,
or ask them for too much, or what?
Or might end the relationship.
But or that you're worried that if you do mention it, then you'll get something that you're not really ready for or expecting. It's so...
Like what?
I don't know.
Marriage?
Well, I did that one. That happened once, actually. I ended a relationship, remember? And he's just like, I'm willing to come to your house and propose. And I'm like, no, I'm really out of this relationship. I'm not ending it because I want you to propose. I'm ending it because it's over. So no,
But you know what? I actually, thinking about it, I think I'm not that all that different. I think because
you know how to navigate a man's personality.
No.
Heba, you give me advice.
I'll say, yeah, you know why?
I'm 46. Okay.
I'll tell you why. I can give good advice because I can listen to it and I have a gut instinct about it. But does that make me good at relationships? I know people think because maybe I've been in so many relationships in all my life. And let me finish. I've been in relationships all my life and it's easy for me to get into a relationship. But on the other hand, you have your insecurities about these things. I have my insecurities about long-term relationships. I hate long-term relationships. I'm not good at long-term relationships. I'm not good at marriage. Clearly, I'm on my second one. So, and I, like you say, you just said that you don't want to ask me because you don't want to alienate. I hate confrontation. I hate communication. So I end up being not very good at the long-term relationships.
Okay, I understand you. I think what I'm trying to say about you, though, where you're much better, is that I feel you understand the male psyche way better. So if I'm telling you I'm going to tell him this, you're like, no, don't say that, Nira. Don't ever say that. Why can't I say that? But they react to what you tell me to say way better than what is in my mind to say, because what's in my mind to say makes me sound like I'm insecure, and it's not has nothing to do with insecurities, nothing like that. It's that I'm straightforward. But you can't be straightforward, and that really upsets me because that's who I am. So when you start to kind of like say something without really saying it, but this, but that, and it's just like, it's like rewording a phrase. You know what I'm saying? You're saying the same thing, but the meaning is coming out slightly different.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm not bad at that.
You're good with that. You're good with that. Whereas if I were to say this, they're gonna get if I were to say it my way, they're gonna get the completely wrong idea, even though what you're saying is how you reword it. It's not that far off, but it's different.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes any sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But see,
so it's not about being good or bad in a relationship. It's knowing how to gauge the person in front of you. You know how they react.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe because I've been in more relationships, I guess.
No, I think you just understand them more.
Yeah, possibly.
Anyways, that's that. So Valentine's Day came and went. Whoopee.
And so you didn't have a Valentine's Day, and you guys broke up a couple of days after.
I think maybe a week after.
What happened? How did you guys break up?
No, I don't like
It's a good story
about that.
Not a good story.
No, it's not that it's not a good or a bad
It seems fine
story.
though. You guys are still okay now.
We're friends. We're friends. That's why I don't really I really don't like that whole discussion of who broke up with who and how did it end.
No, for sure. I agree.
You know, I think it was just, I think it was mutual. But then again, who knows? You know, I find sometimes the way people react, you know, when somebody ended it with me, it might have seemed to them that I didn't care because we were brought up in a way that, well, for me, that if somebody hurts you, you'll never show them that they hurt you.
Yeah, I know.
So you get kind of a bit cold, and so that coldness makes them feel that you never cared. But it's like, don't ask me to beg. We're ended like somebody one guy once ended it with me, and I said, okay, fine, it's over. And his comments a couple of weeks later when we were talking was like, did you expect me to fight? To change your mind? I'm like, sorry, if a guy tells me it's over, it's over. I'm not going to try to change your mind that no, you want to be with me. No, we should be together. No. Once you say it's over, in my mind, it's over. I'm not going to be like, oh no, but I don't think that you really mean it. Do you really mean it? We're still good together. No. The words come out of your mouth. To me, words are gospel. Once the words are out of your mouth, there's no take back. And then you can't be like, oh, but I didn't really mean it. Then you shouldn't have said it.
Well, I think guys, I mean, okay, I'm not an expert now, but I would have to say that men and women are very different in that sense.
Of course.
We can say it like, no, this is over, and not necessarily mean it. And guys will always like pursue you. If a man says, okay, this is over, I don't remember ever thinking that, okay, this guy could be like just lying, or just like he doesn't really mean it. No, he
You
means
know how many relationships, how many friends of mine have had that has happened where the guy's just like, I'm not really feeling it. And the girls convince him to stay in the relationship. And they get married eventually. This is the way it goes in Egypt. I can name you at least 5 couples.
I don't know. I always think like for me,
5 couples because the guys just come tell me.
my benchmark for me is like, you know, that movie, He's Just Not That Into You.
And I swear I swear.
That to me is me, you know? And like, I used to, you remember when growing up, it'd be like, but do you think he meant this? No, he did not mean that. If he said that to you, that he's not interested in you. And I remember some girls hated me for that. Because I was like,
you told me that a couple of times. You're like, Nira, he's just not that into you. I'm just like,
no.
But you were right. But you were right.
For me, if a guy, it's different. We as women don't necessarily pursue like men do. But if a man really likes you, he's going to pursue you. Maybe men now are different, but to me that was
having me telling you the story about that he never called and like he was away in the farm and all that stuff. Do you think he was that into me?
He started off as being really into you, but then if that becomes a situation that I think if he or is it just circumstances, his work and stuff like that? I don't know. No, I think if Valentine's Day would have been an indication. If he was really into you at that point, then I think that he would have done something.
But his mother was in the hospital, so.
But did he call you the next day and tell you, let's do something for Valentine's Day? Sorry,
He called me the next day and he said, let's do something. But Valentine's Day was never, as a word, was never uttered, which was fine.
Okay. And now when you guys see each other as friends, how is it?
Fine.
You can gauge if maybe it was just an issue of Valentine's Day being a wrong timing, like it just came at the wrong moment.
I think
if it after you guys broke up and when you guys hang out that you feel like there is something, you could feel like there's something or maybe a spark, then maybe it was just a situation where Valentine's Day,
I don't know,
was an unfortunate.
He messages me now more than when we were in a relationship. I swear this is the story of my life. This always happens to me.
The guys go into the friend zone with you very quickly.
You think he's in the friend zone?
Yeah.
You think he went into the friend zone?
Because you're a cool friend, for sure.
I'm a cool friend. I'm a cool person. I'm a really cool girlfriend too, though. I have to say.
You're so nice and generous.
I know. I sit and buy gifts and bake cookies and I cook. I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. You're too nice. Maybe that's what it is. You're too nice to them.
I don't. You see, the other thing is, I'm thinking, was I too easygoing and non-demanding? Because I'm not demanding. He did say something that was very nice, though. Yeah, and then barayahu. I don't know how to say that.
You make him feel at peace.
That he's very at ease, but because I just, didn't want any confrontation. Actually, it was the first.
He seems like a nice guy. And you guys seem to get along well.
He is a really nice guy. So who knows?
Maybe in 10 years you guys will get married and have kids
when we're old and gray and crutches. So, and the other thing is, he's younger, and he doesn't have kids. And I don't want to be, and I'm adamant about not having kids. And I really didn't want to deny him at least the thought of what it could be like if he wanted to have kids.
And you absolutely would not want to have
absolutely kids. Not. So to me, that wasn't an issue. I feel bad. I know I never want to have kids. Like that's it. It's done. It's not happening. But when you meet a guy that's never been married and hasn't had kids and younger, and even if they're old, my age, guys can have kids at whatever age, clearly.
Enter George Clooney.
Exactly. So why, I wouldn't want him to deny him at least not the idea of it, the opportunity for him to have kids. Yeah. And so I definitely told him that's something you really need to think about, because I wasn't saying it just to say it. I say it because I mean it and I feel it. It's not.
You don't want to have kids.
That train has left the station. See
Yeah.
you later.
What was? Can I ask you this? What was his sign?
Cancer.
Oh no way! Because you always have this thing with
No.
Scorpios.
Well, by the way, it's not just Scorpios. I have a thing with water signs. So
Which one are the water signs?
for some odd reason, I always attract Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Those 3 water signs. And I'm a fire sign. So let me just tell you, it is,
They're trying to put out your fire, girl.
and I'm boiling their water. By the way, it's twofold. So the one signs that I don't like are the earth signs, because earth signs just put out the fire.
But have you
Fire can't do
ever
anything.
gone out with a Cancer before that?
I did.
Okay.
I did. And didn't really go. I was dating somebody that was a Cancer. It's very, very interesting.
I was actually thinking about that. I was like wondering, what is his sign? Because Nira has this thing with signs.
No, the moment I saw Cancer, I was just like, why? How?
You knew it was over when it started.
They're like attracted to my fire or something. My I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But this is crazy. So yeah, but if Cancerians are the problem for me, I find that Cancer men, and maybe that's the problem. They're very much in their head. They're in their heads.
You know what I find about Cancer? I've gone out with a lot of Cancer
Scorpio
men.
men are not like that. Scorpio men, what's here is out. They talk. But Cancer men are they internalize everything. So if there's something going on, I should have thought about that. If there's something going on, they don't talk about it. They expect you to understand.
But they're very romantic. I like Cancer men are generally the ones I've gone out with have been pretty nice.
Yeah.
But
So that was that. So that's that. Who knows what's going to happen,
actually, I have a question for you. Remember you said this just the other day, and I remembered this because you always refer to yourself as Good Luck Chuck. Has anybody ever seen the movie? Good Luck Chuck is the guy that every time he dates somebody.
Is it?
What's
It's her. It's her. It's her. It's not.
No, it's him. It's him. Isn't it? As an actor, what's Dan Cook?
Was it
That's hilarious.
I know he's not funny at all.
Oh, come on, he's funny.
I can't stand it.
Anyways, so every time he dates somebody, it doesn't go well, and they end up, the next person they go out with, they end up marrying. So they call him Good Luck Chuck.
Yes.
So you always say, I'm like Good Luck Chuck. Every time I go out with a guy, it doesn't work out, and then the next person he goes out with,
They get married.
So do you think that's going to be in the cards for what's his name? Do you think he's going to get married soon?
If he does, congratulations. If he doesn't,
Wouldn't that be funny?
oh my God, Heba. The thing is, whenever relationships end, I'm okay with them ending, and they're like, it's over and done, and they, for some odd reason, never want to talk to me again. But whatever. So,
But not him.
no, I have a couple of my ex-boyfriends that we still talk. We're still good friends, very good friends actually. But and they're like, some of them, they're so hurt, but within like 2 months they're in a new relationship and it's super duper serious, and then within 4 or 5 months they're married. So I'm like, were you really that upset that it ended?
No, it could be. They were very upset that you scarred them. They realized they need to be in another relationship. And, I don't know.
I don't know. But yes, so
It's a rebound
guys get really lucky after
after they date you.
after they date me. So yeah, it is what it is. It's fun. I think it's hysterical, actually. I laugh about it all the time.
Yeah, I know. That is funny.
It is funny. It is funny.
It is funny.
It just, just go roll with the punches, and, life is full of unexpected turns and
So what's in store for Nira in these next coming weeks? Is there anybody on the horizon? Is there a new relationship?
no.
You got almost another year until Valentine's Day, so you can have
Forget
potentially
Heba.
nice long-term
Forget Valentine's Day. I have less than a year till my birthday. So let's just work on birthday first. You know what I'm saying? So my relationships in the past have usually ended right before Valentine's Day or before my birthday. So I was in a relationship in Valentine's Day, so maybe I'll be in a relationship on my birthday.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I'm just taking it really easy. No, I'm not trying I'm trying not to put pressure on myself with regards to that. I feel I'm in a very good personal space, frame of mind, and I like that, and I want to keep that, and I'm interested in meeting new people, So I'm just, keeping all my options open.
Okay, well, that sounds good. I know you went to a party last night. I hope you met somebody interesting.
I really met some interesting people. And it's really interesting because all of a sudden not all of a sudden, late in the last few years, I feel very comfortable and at ease in my own skin with myself. And I, a friend of my best friend was telling me it showed, which was, I didn't expect it. So I've met a lot of interesting people, people that I see around Zemetic all the time, actually. So it's not like I'm meeting somebody new. I'm meeting them, even though, let's say, I see them at the gym all the time, every day.
Yeah.
And people that I've met before in the past that, that were there. So it was really nice. There's something, I really enjoyed it because it was party, there was, drinking and all that stuff, but it was a nice mingling.
Okay, nice.
Nice conversations.
I'm happy to know that people still meet each other the old-fashioned way as opposed to the dating apps, which we are going to talk about at some point on this podcast because I find it fascinating. That whole thing is very fascinating for me.
It is really fascinating.
Anyways, so I just wanted to let everybody know who wanted to ask questions about any of our episodes or have any suggestions about what topics to discuss. You can send us a DM on our Instagram account on Who Said What Podcasts, because I know a lot of people have asked me, how do we do that? How do we, ask you questions? So that's the easiest way to do that now. And please subscribe to the podcast and follow us on Instagram.
By the way, thank you all for the comments, the Valentine's Day comments. I really enjoyed reading them. I had some people that I don't know and people that I know that commented on the podcast because it resonated with them on a personal level, or they know somebody that was in that situation. So it was really fun to read some of the comments, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you.
And on that note, we will say bye, and we will see you next week.